In the number one spot, I think every gun on Earth, no matter what it is, should be divided into two categories. One category where they say there's a break-in period expected on it, or where they say, oh, your gun's jamming, but put 500 to 1,000 rounds through it, and it'll run just fine after that. And the other category should be guns that run as well as those guns in the first category right out of the box, maybe cleaning them right after they get out of the box and going to the range. So one is expected to have those break-in periods, the other isn't. Every gun that you consider buying should fall into one of those two categories. Number two thing to consider is that if you already have a ton of guns that are either already broken in or don't expect to have any break-in periods, and you already have that department covered, I think you buying a gun that needs a break-in period is definitely something you can consider at that point, because you already have 3 or 4 guns that you can rely on for your life. So basically I'm saying if it is your first and only gun, it absolutely should be not one that requires that break-in period. It should be one that you can fully depend on right away. Now, in the number 3 spot is, why would you want a gun with a break-in period? Why even consider buying one of them? Well, basically, some people are very picky with guns, and that's part of it. They're very loyal to a certain design. But the other reason is that these guns really are amazing when they are broken in, some of them. Like the 1911s, a lot of them have that reputation of needing a break-in period. But I'm telling you, when I've shot 1911s, they are the most comfortable and accurate handgun I have ever shot out of anything. So if you're willing to put in that time and effort to break the thing in, then guess what? It might pay off in the long run. In the number 4 spot, do not confuse a gun with an expected break-in period with a gun that just sucks. If the gun sucks, if the design sucks, if it's put together wrong, do not buy this whole, oh, it'll shoot fine. You just gotta spend the amount of money that you spent on the gun on ammo, breaking it in, and it will magically work. Some of them will not magically work. They will suck forever. So don't buy this whole argument, oh yeah, I sold you that gun and it sucks. Just break it in some more. No, don't buy that stuff. Then the number 5 spot, this goes out to all of the manufacturers, and this is just some speculation that I have. The first part of, point number 5 is, why did your guns need to be broken in? What could have been done in the factory to prevent it? Because honestly, if your gun requires that break-in period, you should have just shot it 500 to 700 times in the factory before you sent it out to the customer, in all honesty. Because if they're going to have to do it, you might as well have done it for them. Secondly, I'm just wondering if there's a way to maybe, oh man, I just saw a bird that got ran over. That's sad. And it was like slowly dying. That was horrible. That's why you don't record YouTube stuff while you're driving. You see horrible stuff like that. Poor bird. Anyways, next thing is there any way to possibly speed up the break-in process by maybe putting a light buffing compound on certain parts of the gun, kind of to kind of smooth out the metal? Would that help? And thirdly, is the malfunctioning due to ammo pickiness? And is that a factor? So just at the designer's level and then the customer and aftermarket level, we want to try to piece together why these guns have these problems and what the solutions are. Thank you for listening to this. Please click like and subscribe, and you have yourself a wonderful one. And while you're driving, be careful not to run into birds. I mean, that bird was in agony. This shout out to all those people out there that are bird lovers. Take care. Bye.